Once there was a king, and this king had a very trusty advisor. The king really admired this old wise man because he always had a good piece of advice to give him. But there was one thing that puzzled him. Whenever an accident happened, this advisor used to say, "Don't worry, Your Highness, everything happens for a reason." And that's great. The king could not understand what the meaning of this phrase was. And what could be the good thing when an accident happens? But he never said a word, for he really admired his advisor. One day, they went hunting in the forest, and the advisor, as always, was close to the king. But then a terrible accident happened, and the king had his finger chopped off. He was in great pain when he heard his advisor telling him, "Don't worry, Your Highness, everything happens for a reason, and that's great." "How dare you? How dare you telling me this thing? I'm in great pain. I'm bleeding. I'm missing one finger right now, and all you have to say that everything happens for a reason? You have been living next to me all these years. That's not a good thing. I cannot stand you anymore. I will have you thrown in jail." The king was furious. So that's what he did. He sent this old wise man to jail. But the advisor did not protest. He went to prison. And every time someone visited him and asked him if he was all right, he used to say, "Everything happens for a reason, and that's great." So people started thinking that he had lost his mind. Days went by, and one day the king decided to go hunting again. But this time he went all alone. No guards, no advisor, no one was with him. And he lost his way. He went deep in the forest, and he found himself close to a cannibal tribe. And these people were ready to make a sacrifice when they saw the king, and they thought, "Gods really love us. Here is a king. If we sacrifice this man, then our gods will be really happy with us." So they grabbed the king, they tied him on a tree, and they were ready to burn him, when someone noticed that he was missing a finger. "Stop!" he said. "We cannot sacrifice him. Our gods need someone that he won't be missing any of his body parts. We have to let him free." And this is what happened. The king was released. And as he walked back home, he thought of these words that the advisor had said, that everything happens for a reason, and that's great. And it was the first time in his life that he realized how precious were these words. So he rushed to the prison, and he freed the old man. He told him everything that had happened to him that morning. And when he finished his story, he asked the old man, "Well, I now realize that your words are really wise, but I wonder, what was the good thing about you? I threw you in jail. Is there a good reason for that?" The old man laughed and looked at his king. "Well, Your Highness, if I hadn't been in jail, I would have been with you. And I'm not missing any of my fingers."